Got one, got one, got one. Nice job. Look at that top lift. Oh my God. Dude. Got one. Yeah. He's trying to swallow that bait. Bruh. Got one. Got one. Got one. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Look how that bait is freaking gone. Got one. Get in here, baby. Let's go. This is unfreaking real. Let's go. Boom.
That is hot. But do you know what else is hot? The Swimbait game. What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you guys are new here, make sure to go hit that subscribe button.
What?
If you guys are new here, make sure to go hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so you guys are aware of when I post. But let's get into today's topic or video. Swimbaits. What are they? What do you think of when you see the word swimbait? Like, there's a big difference here. What do you think of when you think of swimbait? Something like this, or this, even this? How about this little guy, or even this little guy? How about these, or even these? There's a lot of different types of swimbaits. Today we're really going to be talking about the bigger ones. No hard style glide baits. I haven't used one of these yet. We've been just focused on the soft plastic. I put this order together a couple weeks ago. I got it in the mail. I unboxed it already. I put it in my Swimbait box. Yeah, this thing. In here we have a whole bunch of different types of swimbaits. So let's dive into what I got. First off, 8-inch mag draft. As you can see here, I do have a trailer hook rigged onto it. I did not make it long enough, but I normally just tie line from the nose and run it back to about the back fin, just so it's a little bit longer than the normal hook. Seems like if they short strike it, they got a little bit better chance to get that hook than this one underneath. We got the white one, have the mag draft freestyle 6-inch. This right here is the Beast Coast Creep. When I ordered, they were out of the Beast hook, but I did find this VMC heavy swimbait hook. Kind of the same concept, 3/8 ounce. I do like going up to a half, but all they had was 3/8. Yep, 7/0. 2 packs of the Boom Boom. 6-inch, these are non-rigged, so same hook. I got this little 3D print bluegill. I got sent crappie, which is all right, because there's plenty of crappies, little crappies like this. Just a little guy. We have some bigger paddle tails. These are the Janko Booty Shakers 7-incher. Look at these dogs. Whew. It's a big bait. And some more creeps. This is the perch color. Also, I picked up this Baby Boom line through. Pretty excited about this. I'm going to be throwing this around docks a lot. So that was a quick little showing. Let's go over all these baits. Well, the ones that I am most excited for are these 8-inch mag drafts. This right here is one of the first big baits that I've ever thrown, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Actually, me and Sobe went down to the Bassmaster Classic a couple years ago. I did not even catch a fish on one of these, but I saw the potential of what could happen.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Oh, man. What are you throwing this on? Watch 7. This, guys. Just a giant old swimbait fish. Look at that thing. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yep, that was a day.
It was a decent day.
Yeah, I didn't catch nothing, but hey, these boys crushed them.
But this is my all-time favorite. It's just a bass catcher. I do like the pre-rigged 6-inch as well. Both of these are the 8-inch, but I did get the 6-inch freestyle, but that's not rigged. I do like the 6-inch rigged as well. These are the biggest baits I got and the ones that I am most excited to use. A couple things I do right out of the box is I take the hook, figure out which side I want it to like lay in at, which side lines up the best. Okay, I'm gonna take this hook, take it, I'm gonna bend it there. So now we have a hook point like that. We're gonna take that side and we're gonna run it right in the center. It stays a lot better than just the magnet. Magnet works, but having that thing all the way up into the back, it holds on a lot better. The second thing I normally do is I take a piece of braid. The hard part is getting it long enough. This one I tied, it was too short. My hook ended up in the same point as the other hook. Typically like to get it back towards the dorsal fin. So as you can see, I needed like 2 more inches. It will sit somewhere in there and those fish just have a lot better chance of coming up and grabbing it. Very excited to use these 2 baits. I'm just hoping and wishing that season would come faster. We still have a ton of ice on the lake, so for now there's gonna be a lot of ice fishing videos, but deep down, I really want to get in the kayak and go smash some bass. Being from the north, there is a lot of grass, so in times these baits won't really work. They get hung up and catch a lot of grass. I've started messing around with weedless baits, freestyle baits, and that is the next kind of baits that we're going to talk about, the kind of baits that I use the most. First one I'm going to talk about is the Magdraft Freestyle. This is a 6-inch bait. You can use anywhere from a 6 to an 8/0 hook. Pretty much any weight you want. You can weightless, quarter, 3/8, half. I like using a lot of these weedless style baits around lily pads, fallen trees, docks. They're pretty easy to skip. They hold up pretty well, and fish crush them. The only kind of belly weighted swim bait I've used is the Boom Boom. Smash fish on it. But every time I've gone out swim bait fishing before, I've only had one with me and a pike will break it off, or I will just break it off on a bass right next to the kayak, or I'll get it hung up on something and break. And I've only had like one with me. So now we're not gonna have that problem anymore. I ordered a whole bunch of them. I fell in love, like I said, with the original Magdraft. I've not used the Freestyle yet, but I'm gonna rig it on a belly weighted hook and throw it around any junk I can find. I'm really excited to use this creep. I've never tried them before. I really like the color pattern. I have used perch colors before. It was actually a 6-inch rigged Magdraft, and I broke it off. It's at the bottom of the lake somewhere. But yeah, I'm really excited to use these. These are not as supple, let's say, as the Boom Boom. The Boom Boom really like pounces back and forth. This is kind of a harder plastic and it stays upright more. It doesn't really bend as much as, say, this one. This one you can see kind of goes all the way down, little side to side. You just look at that. Not bad though. I'm pretty impressed with these. The colors look great. Also pretty cool about these freestyle or belly weighted. You can make them into a line through. If you use these style bobber stops, this plastic part right here works perfect. You just take a toothpick, push it right through, come out the hole where it lines up right here, put that in there, and this one I already got it in there, as you can see. All you do is put your line through, put your treble hook right in there, and boom, all of a sudden you got a line through with just a belly weighted swim bait. Pretty sweet. I saw the idea from Chris Zaldane. He uses a WD-40 straw, but really anything that you can find that's like pretty narrow, you can fit your line through, but it's like plastic. Like even a coffee straw at the gas station would probably work perfect. But pretty sweet colors. I haven't seen the action yet in the water, so don't know what to expect out of these creeps, but colors look absolutely sick. For pretty much all of these belly weighted swim baits, we are going with a 7 or an 8/0 hook. A lot of them have like a swivel thing. You just spin it on there, line it up, put it through. I've used these Janko booty shakers before. This is a 7-inch. I've used the 6-inch before. These things throw some water. Absolutely throw it. Not too sure on the color pattern if it'll work. I just saw it was white with black top. We're gonna have to upgrade the hooks from the 7/0 to like a 10/0 on these things. These things are big. I guess maybe you could go with an 8, but I'd like to have a 10 just to get that hook back pretty far. There are ways to add trailer hooks to these. A lot of times you can go from the bottom, tie your braid right before the weight, and then put your treble hook in the back, somewhere like that. I do not like to do this. This hook is a lot smaller, and if they really get it, they can get it down in the gills, and you can just tear the gills apart with the trailer in the back. I suggest just running some braid from the eye here back, and then you got a little stinger up top, so you get them in the roof of the mouth when they come in and eat it. But these things look sweet. They freaking bounce. The last ones that I got are the Optimum Baits Boom Boom. These things, once again, just throw some water. They bend super good. They're super soft, so they break pretty easily. But they are an awesome, awesome bait. I don't know what it is about white up here, but the white colors work really, really well. Or like even this color here works really well. I like a lighter bottom with a dark top. This kind of looks like a shiner. Kind of a bluegill color. I might dye the tail chartreuse just because the bluegill got a little chartreuse flash to him. So like a bluegill or perch, silver, or white are the colors that I like to go. Normally I have been throwing these baits on 20-pound fluorocarbon, just straight fluoro. I've had some break off. That's probably my fault just from not retying after catching a fish, or catching a fish, having it stretched super hard by the boat, next cast breaks off during the cast. I've had kind of a lot happen with breaking my line. So this year I'm going with braid, 65-pound braid to a fluorocarbon leader. I have never really done this before. I normally just run straight fluorocarbon with like flipping or skipping wood, skipping docks. I've never really ran a leader before besides on a spinning reel. I want to ask you guys, what length of leader do you guys use when you guys are normally flipping or skipping docks? I've tried to flip them before where I've only used 2 or 3 feet, and sometimes when I've set the hook with a heavy flipping stick, that line just breaks. Come back with like a foot off of my leader line. I've tied up a couple already that are braided fluoro. I put like an 8 to 10 foot leader. I don't know how well it's gonna be casting. I use a Crazy Alberto. It's pretty small, but it's not as like narrow as an FG knot. I'm gonna try this out with just like a 8 to 10 foot, see if that works. But leave a comment down below how long you guys make your leader, 20-pound to 65-pound braid. Another thing I'm gonna try, because I do live in the north infested pike waters, I am gonna try an 80-pound fluorocarbon leader. Just got a swivel on there. But I'm gonna try this for a bit. I just tied straight braid to that. Especially in the lakes that have a lot of pike, I'm gonna be throwing probably an 8-inch mag draft on it. I don't know how it's gonna affect the action with having this snap clip here. Hopefully it doesn't affect it at all. But I'm gonna give this a whirl. I don't know if the bass are gonna bite less or more than just like running a long braid to fluorocarbon leader. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna play around with it. But 65-pound braid, just throwing it on a flipping stick, 7:1 gear ratio. I also like throwing these things on a 5:1 gear ratio because I can really feel the tail kicking. I can move the bait slower by the things I want to move it slower. You kind of can slow down with this too, but you can be really in control with the bait with a 5:1. I do have a 5:1 gear ratio reel in my backpack that I'd bring with me with just straight 20-pound fluorocarbon. So if they are not biting this, I can always take this reel off, put straight fluorocarbon on, and get right back to it. But we are also trying this. Leave a comment if you've used these for bass fishing or muskie fishing. I think this is the 80-pound. I know a lot of guys use like the 100 or 110-pound, whatever it is. And 18-inch. I'm gonna give it a whirl. I think it's gonna work. Why wouldn't it? With the little mini boom boom and this little crappie with an 8:1 gear ratio reel, I don't know if it's gonna be too fast. I'm probably just gonna throw this like around the pads and stuff a lot too, where I can just slowly creep it by, just barely keeping the rod tip in the air. I'm excited. I am super excited. If you guys have any swim baits that you guys like to throw, mainly the weedless style or even rig style, I did see that Berkeley came out with a new one, and also Zell Dangerous came out with one. If you guys want to see me use something different than the the stuff that I got, or you guys have a suggestion that you guys use that absolutely crush, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want me to use. I'm pretty excited about this. I really want to dedicate a video to using just this little crappie. You think it'd work? Have you guys used one of these? That is the swim baits that I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys go down, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you.
Good stuff.